So let's first jump into why you're feeling guilty for setting boundaries. So, first reason is that likely something or someone in your life has conditioned you to feel this way. Okay. Maybe you were taught or raised with the idea that saying no is wrong or selfish of you. Or maybe you've been told over and over again in your life, maybe even in your adult life, that you're being selfish or inconsiderate or asking too much just when you are trying to express yourself and your wants and your needs. Okay. Another reason that you may be struggling with this or feeling bad is that maybe you were raised with the idea that you need to be prioritizing everyone else over yourself. So when you try to set boundaries, it feels wrong because it's a time that you actually are prioritizing you and your needs. Or maybe you had a caregiver that was very self sacrificing, that didn't have very strong boundaries, didn't stand up for what they wanted or needed. And by having that model, you've grown up to do the same thing. Another reason that you're struggling with setting boundaries is likely a fear of rejection or a fear of conflict. You're worried that if you speak up and set these boundaries, that, you're going to push people away or lose people in your life, okay? Or that it's even just going to cause conflict, that people are going to push back or, it's going to start an argument or a fight. And I'm going to say that that may happen. But either way, whether it's a fear of rejection or a fear of conflict, the people that truly love you and respect you and are meant to be in your life will be able to work through this with you and will respect that you are setting these boundaries. Okay. Now, another reason that you may be struggling is that you just feel responsible for how others react. You have kind of taken on this internalized belief or burden that prioritizing yourself comes at someone else's expense. And so you feel bad if it causes them any type of upset or discomfort, which again, you are not responsible for everyone else. Feeling guilty and being worried about everyone else isn't your burden to bear. Okay. It doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong by setting boundaries. It just means that you are prioritizing yourself and your needs and likely just breaking old patterns or habits that are no longer good for you and no longer serve you. Okay. I actually did another video about overcoming feeling guilty for prioritizing yourself, which you can watch. It'll pop up here if you're struggling with this as well. So, here are some truths now that I need you to understand about boundaries. So, first is that boundaries aren't selfish or inconsiderate. Okay. They're about protecting you, they're about doing what's right for you, and actually also about making space for what and who are truly aligned with you. By setting those boundaries, you actually draw in more people, more opportunities, just more things that are in alignment with you and what's right for you. Okay. Boundaries protect your energy, your time, and your emotional well being. Okay. And these are all things that you are allowed to protect and should be protecting. All right. Boundaries also lead to healthier and more genuine relationships because real connections are based on mutual respect and trust. And when you set boundaries and you follow through with those boundaries, this actually allows people to trust you because you stand by your word and people understand exactly how you're going to react. And then when you set boundaries and people respect those boundaries, you have this deeper relationship because somebody is honoring who you are, what's right for you, and what you need. All right. Again, something I need you to keep in mind is that people who love and respect you will honor your boundaries. These are good, strong, healthy relationships and connections. If someone resists your boundaries and is pushing back and saying that you're selfish, this is red flags of manipulation, okay? And them trying to just benefit themselves by disrespecting you. I want you to know that setting boundaries isn't about, pushing people away. It might push some people away, if they are not the right people for you. But setting boundaries is ultimately about creating the space for the right people, the right opportunities, and the right energy that aligns with who you are. Just remind yourself with all of this, too, that every time you hold a boundary and you stick with it, that you're reinforcing this self trust too. You're going to build so much more confidence and self trust in yourself. And also remember that when you stick to your boundaries, that you again are training both yourself and others how to treat you, how to respect you, and how to honor your needs. All right. So now here's one more thing that's so important and goes along with setting boundaries, and it's that to truly live a full and authentic life as the real you, you really have to be able to fully accept and embrace yourself, without always seeking or needing external validation from others. And I'm going to dive deeper into that in this video here. And if you're ready to take this deeper and want some direct one on one support to do that, then check out my Live as the Real You program. This is where I help people just like you to make these shifts and really start leading this truly authentic and aligned life. There is information on that below this video. Okay. And I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me, what is the first boundary that you're going to start setting?